It's our old friend Darren Till, who we've been searching. He was supposed to be on 10 minutes ago, but he was nowhere to be found. Is he there? Is Darren there? There he is. Hello, Darren. How are you? Long time.
Hi, you okay?
Yeah, it's good to see you, mate. How's everything?
Not too bad. Same old with me, mate.
What happened to your voice?
I've been losing it. Like, I don't know. Just lost it. Too much shouting at the kids.
Okay, you're not drinking the grandpa's old cough medicine, are you?
No, I wouldn't do that, Ariel, would I?
You're out with the box of toys.
The box of toys, yeah.
Yeah, you know yourself, Darren. What are we wearing there? What is that? ZW? What does that stand for?
Zephyr, new clothing brand, mate. Gonna be making big moves soon, so yeah. Just do you like it? Does it look good?
It looks clean. What is this? Your clothing brand?
Not yet, but you know, I'm doing a little bit of promotion, trying to get out there. Just a few scouters trying to get it off the ground. I got good sets, good tracksuit, shorts, socks, and cap. This is not the cap. Is this a LA cap? Los Angeles, isn't it? But they're good. They're nice t-shirts, mate. You can wear them for the gym, going out. So I don't know. Do you want me to send you one if you want?
I mean, how much are they?
Free for you, even though. I hope this is going to be the same story as Block Asset Zephyr one day on the canvas of the Octagon because you know.
Well, you guys still selling pictures of gorillas eating cupcakes? Is that still the thing?
Yeah, that's a thing of the past, mate. That's the NFTs. It fell out, didn't it, mate?
It sure did.
They're not doing so good now, is it really? But you know, proud little moment seeing Block Asset on the canvas of the Octagon, mate. Not so bad if I do say so myself.
Well done. When was that? Which event was that?
UFC 300, we were on the top bit, and then UFC Brazil, which was Saturday, we was on the actual canvas.
You're saying that you're saying that people don't want pictures of camels eating hamburgers?
Not right now. I think people are more interested in like betting and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And well done. And it is really great to see you. And I've been seeing you a lot online, and that's what prompted me to reach out. The boxing footage, hitting mitts, and then all of a sudden, actually, I reached out to you, and then I saw you later posted some news coming, but I didn't reach out to you because I thought there was news coming. I just wanted to check in, obviously the Perry stuff and all that, but you have actual news coming. So where else but here to break said news? I mean, this is a perfect time. What do you got? What do you got, Darren?
I know you're going to probe, Ariel, because I know that's what you do. You're the best at, but I would love to like announce it on here. I really would. But just give me a few days and there's going to be a big announcement. I think everyone's going to be I think everyone obviously waiting and thinking that Till's just fading off into the background. I think they're really going to be happy with this announcement. I do really think that. So I can't wait to announce it soon. And nearly there, mate. It's been a long road, but very nearly there. So I'd love to break it to you, Ariel. I really would on the MMA Hour, but I'd get in trouble, and you know how it works, mate.
You're the King Gorilla. Who's getting you in trouble?
You remember when you broke that news for UFC 200? I think it was.
I'm the one that got in trouble, not Brock Lesnar or Mark Hunt. You know, nothing happens to you. It only happens to me. I take the bullets for you guys. That's how much I love you guys.
Yeah, I don't actually know what happened with that story, but I know that Dana wasn't happy. He said you done like a bad move. I don't know whether you did.
I did a bad move. It's because I just did my job. I reported news that, you know, reporters report. What he tried to spin was that I got this news like, you know, secretly from the UFC.
Unethically.
Yes, which is 1,000,000,000% not true. And in fact, I've never actually told this, Darren, but this keeps coming up when people keep talking about it. When he kicked me out of the building, which, by the way, the ban only lasted 2 days. I was back for the next event, but that has been forgotten as well. He actually tried to guess who told me the news, and he guessed someone that wasn't in the UFC. He guessed someone that was friends with Brock. So this has just been a story that has been spun. But, you know, people don't like when you break things, and I get it. I understand. But that's the job, right? So I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I just think a lot of people are very excited to see you back. You still there? Yeah, there you are. A lot of people are excited to see you back. And can I ask what sport it will be in? Will it be in boxing? Will it be in MMA? Will it be in bare-knuckle? Boxing. Okay, so this is it. Boxing. It's happening.
Yeah, I think... do you know what, mate? I think you would agree as well. For a guy that's been out of the fighting game for 15 months, people still talk about me a lot, don't they, Ariel? Like, my name still gets brought up quite a lot. Like Perry, he went crazy the other day, calling me every name under the sun. So, I mean, that fight's just got to happen, hasn't it, Ariel, really?
Yes.
I don't know what you think.
Everyone would... that, to me, is my number one fight for you, but it sounds, based on what you're saying, that this isn't that fight. This announcement isn't that fight.
No. I mean, I would love to fight Perry. I don't really want to fight him in bare knuckle because I feel like bare knuckle's the type of organisation you go to when... I don't want to disrespect anything, but when you're coming to the end, sort of, it's like you don't care about your face getting busted up and shit like that. Like, I feel still young and fresh, so, you know, I want to, you know, save the bare knuckle. It's not like, I just tell the truth. I'm a truth teller. I'm not going to stand here and say I'm scared to fight bare knuckle against Perry, because I'm definitely not. It's just, I don't think bare knuckle's the right move for me right now. So I think boxing and then hopefully back to the UFC at some point is the right moves for me.
By the way, he's not at the end of his career, and he's doing great in it.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying he's just he's a big Dumbo, isn't he? He's built for stuff like that. He's just a big Dumbo, but like, I don't know who's he been fighting? Like Eddie Alvarez, you know, Thiago Alves.
Yeah.
They've got the brain capacity of a loaf of bread. Like, he hasn't been fighting anyone.
MVP, Luke Rockhold, not bad.
I'll give MVP Perry's due. Perry, MVP, is a brilliant fighter. Luke, I mean, is he? I don't know what he is, a model or a fighter at this point. He looks good, but he doesn't really fight good anymore. I'm not impressed. That's what I'm going to say.
That's fair.
Anyone can say what they're saying, but I know what I'm capable of. I know fast and ferocious I am. I'm too big and strong and clever for Perry. He's just a big Dumbo who walk forward and just piece that fool up. He's just a fool.
Is it true they offered you $2 million?
No, 2 million. You think I'd turn down 2 million?
That's what
they offered me. They offered me they offered me good money, but as I say, I got many offers. I got offers to fight like Logan, Dylan. I got good offers, but I wanted to do the right. I wanted to wait it out and get the right deal for myself, and I feel like I have now. So I can't wait to announce this. I wish I could just blurt it out.
Blurt it. We did a whole show with you on the toilet for 2 freaking hours one time. You remember that?
Do you miss them times?
Those were good times.
I wanted to ask you a question. You know the way we squared our beef up? I know it wasn't like the Dana thing. Do you think you and Dana would ever be friends, or is it just past that?
Friends, I think, is a tough one. I don't even consider you a friend for what you did to me, for stabbing me in the back. But here, you see, haven't I proven by this that I'm in all seriousness, it's a shitty thing what has happened, but I believe we only get one life. Like, I could get hit by a car in 10 minutes walking out of here. And so I don't want to have grudges in my heart. I don't want to be friends with people who don't want to be friends with me. I don't want an interview from anyone. But if he called me right now and said, let's bury it privately, I would be happy to do so. And I would do it with anyone else that has had an issue with me, Ali, Patty, people like that. I would talk to them today. And with you, like when I saw you, you know, what happened between us was pretty shitty, but I prefer this. I prefer to have a relationship, even if it's private, even if it doesn't lead to any interview, because I think life is too short to have grudges.
Our one was shitty, but what you got to remember with our one as well, it happened, and then neither of us spoke about it again in the news or to anyone. We just sort of let it happen, and if it resolves, it resolves. It's not like I went out and said, Ariel's this, he's that, and you didn't do the same. So ours was very easy to resolve. Whereas, obviously, with the Dana and Ali thing and stuff like that, like you still speak about each other, so it's very hard to mend.
But I have like to, right? I have to cover the sport, and I feel like I'm fair. At the beginning of the show today, I was just saying how the UFC can't do anything wrong. Like, they're killing it. They're on fire. They just had a 2 million gate for a fight night, their highest fight night ever. Like, there's nothing you can say. But of course, I have to keep it real and be critical. Fans just don't like when I'm critical 10% of the time because no one else is critical. And they think that, oh, I'm being a hater. I'm trying, like, come on. There's the UFC and there's no one else for millions of miles. There's no one else.
I think as a journalist and as a commentator like DC and Jones, they have to say negative things about fighters, So when a fighter takes stuff that you say to heart, I think to myself, just grow up. Like, that's what the sport is. You've got to cover the sport. So Ariel says, like, I thought Darren had a shitty performance even though he won, this, that, the other. I should then just be like, okay, he's just covering what he thinks, his opinion. If I start going, that's mainly Americans though. I don't want to slag Americans off, but Americans can't really take criticism.
You did call me out recently, though. You called me out recently. You said that I wasn't keeping it real.
Because that was my opinion, and I stand by it. I think he was being a bit of a fence sitter, and I said it.
With regards to Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
I think you were being offensive. I don't think you actually think that what you said. I don't know.
I don't even know what I said, to be honest.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
You called me out.
I don't know what you were saying.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
I haven't had a strong take on it. I'll be honest with you. And I'll be honest with the public. I will be a part of it. I didn't know I would be a part of it because it's Netflix. This has actually happened fairly recently. I'm actually going from here to the press conference. They're having a press conference today in New York with Mike and Jake. And I feel like I will have a better sense of what to make of it all. I still don't really know what to think of it because of the age difference, right? I don't think Jake Paul is going to kill Mike Tyson like some have suggested. I don't think Mike is going to kill Jake. Every time I think of it, my brain gets all scrambled because I don't really know. It's very, very unique. You seem to hate it. Is that fair, or have you changed your opinion?
No, I don't. When it got announced, I hated it because obviously I called you also. Yeah. Now, I don't know.
Oh, you're a fence sitter too.
I mean, if he wants to be respected though, and obviously get the world title, I think the competition. No one's a bigger fan of Mike Tyson than me, but Mike Tyson was struggling to walk last year, and Mike Tyson sits there and gets stoned and does mushrooms. Like, he's still one of the best, greatest fighters of all time, and I think he's an absolute Spartan. But I just don't think it's the road to go down if you're trying to be this legit boxer. So I don't know, man. And he looks big at the moment. Jake, I seen a picture the other day. He's looking real big. Like, he looks bigger than me.
Will your fight be against like an influencer type or just a legit boxer?
You're a fat guy.
Yeah.
What's up with you, man?
Where's it going to be?
Listen.
Is it going to be at the Marks and Spencer Arena? We going back?
It's gonna be. I don't know. It's gonna be close by.
Main event.
Stop it, Ariel.
Stop. Wait.
I literally got told. They said they're gonna shout at me if I say anything.
Why would they say? Can you come back on Wednesday and tell us the news? Will it be out by Wednesday?
Wednesdays. I could ask them if it could be out by Wednesday, but I don't know.
What are they waiting for at this point? Have you signed the contract?
I don't know. Basically, yeah. I think just got to go through all the facts. You know how contracts are here. He's got to. Stop it, Ariel.
Okay, sorry.
You're bad, man.
Can I ask you this? Has it been hard to see the sport evolved and you're, sport, I mean, combat sport, everything, and you're not active right now and you're seeing other people do things.
Yeah.
Is that hard? Do you feel like you're missing out? How do you handle it?
Yeah. Do you know what, though, Ariel? I've got to give myself credit. Like, this is what I'm going to give myself credit for. And I know you don't know and all the people don't know. But, okay, if I look at the facts, I've always been a great striker in UFC. I've always been a good striker. Losses have never come by, whatever. But it's just like, I haven't been sitting on my ass for 15 months. I've really been working hard, and like I'm struggling even finding sparring partners in the area at the moment because I'm doing that well. I'm not going to say anything other than that. But people, when they see me and they see this next fight and they see what I'm going to do and who it's going to be against and how I'm going to win in the fashion I'm going to win in, everyone's going to go, what the fuck? Till hasn't been sat on his ass on the sidelines. The only thing that's been hard is obviously seeing everything evolve, UFC, everyone getting their chance in their shot. But you know what? Sit back and your time will come. So, that's it. And I've got the right people around me. It's not like I've had dopes around me. Everyone who's around me's got my best interest. So I can't wait to announce. I just can't wait to fight at this point.
Yeah. And will it be this summer or later than that?
It's going to be very soon.
Okay.
Because I've been staying in the gym, so I'm fighting fit. Just have to cut a few pounds. Obviously, is always the problem with us fighters, but I'm ready. I'm fit. I'm ready. I'm very, very motivated. I really am, and it's in a new sport, and it's in a sport that I love, like striking, fighting. And obviously the sport of boxing has been growing in the professional sense and in the influencer sense, hasn't it? Like the influencer market now is just massive.
You mentioned at the beginning there you have the boxing and you want to go back to the UFC, so you're still holding on to that.
Yeah. That's not over for me. I'm gonna win a UFC world. I'm gonna win a UFC title. I know I am. I speak to the UFC bosses all the time. They just invited me to Manchester. Then they asked me if I was going to Manchester, and I said, yeah, I was gonna wait for some tickets to come out and buy some tickets. They were like, don't be silly, Till. Come as our guest. So I appreciate that. I know you don't have the most bestest relationship, but I have to do that.
Why do you keep having to bring this up, Darren? Why is this like the third time? I'm come in peace.
No, because
I spend 12 hours a week talking about the UFC. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I just don't know how. Obviously, I know you covered the UFC and you've got a lot of things, but I still it's like I don't know. Like, do you still have a little? There's nothing I'm mentioning. It's just like I don't know how you view it on, let's say, a personal level with the UFC. I know obviously you have your problems.
I have an issue with one person. He has an issue with me for whatever reason. If you walked up to him today and asked him, what's your issue with Ariel? He wouldn't be able to tell you what the issue is. It's just because it's mutated into just, I don't like that person. But if it wasn't for the UFC, if it didn't exist, if the sport didn't exist, I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't be here. I recognize that. I love it. I spend hours upon hours upon hours.
Honesty.
And you think I wish, I love the fighters. I adore the fighters. I think
you've moved more into the boxing scene now, though, the influencer scene. Like you're hosting the Jake Paul.
What do you mean I've moved into the influencer scene? What are you talking about? I'm evolving as a person. I want to do other things. I'm doing the Olympics this summer. Did you know that? Olympics.
No, I didn't.
How about that?
You're becoming very big, aren't you? Like, it's an honor to be on the show and get asked. You're massive now.
Stop it. I just, I don't want to be the same. None of us. By the way, it's a wasted life if we stick down one path our entire life. Just like you're testing out other things, just like the great Michael Jordan once tried out for baseball one day, back in the 90s. Like, we try things. And I know people want me to just stick to MMA, nothing else. But it's good to have other interests and passions. And now I have the opportunity to explore those interests and passions.
Well, I'm gonna come into this boxing scene in a storm, and then I'm gonna go back to UFC, get a title, and I'm just gonna say, right, I've done it. I was one of the best. See you later. Bye bye. And you can say I'm not going to, but I've solely got my sights on making a whole lot of money now, beating up a few dudes, which I know I'm going to 100% do. I don't think any of these dudes are going to be able to handle me. I really don't. I don't. Honestly, I don't.
Have you signed with a promoter? Yeah. I like, okay, so it's all coming together. It's all happening for you. I saw a video, by the way, you posted this on your Instagram. I think you were tagged in it, about like the dark times of you cutting weight, like you're literally crawling out of the sauna. Which fight was that for? Was that for Wonder Boy?
Wonder Boy, yeah.
Fuck, it was that bad, huh? You're literally crawling out of the thing.
Yeah. Do you know what? I did some good things in the UFC, but I managed myself terribly in that UFC. Like, after the Whittaker fight, when I had that great performance, I should have probably went on to fight Adesanya. Like, the decisions I made after that, like fighting Brunson with a torn ACL and then fighting Dricus sort of with the same injury. By the way, Dricus is beating everyone, and I beat him up for 2 rounds before he stopped me. It's like, that pisses me off a little bit because I know I could be the champion. It's not like people, when they've seen Dricus now, have gone, oh, wow, we thought Till was finished. Is he actually finished? Because he pieced the champ up. It was like, I managed myself really bad as well. It was like stupid decisions and choices I was making. And that does is like a thorn inside of me, to be honest with you.
So when you think about the career path, how many fights in boxing before you call up the UFC and say, I'm back?
I think 2 years. I'm going to do 2 years in the boxing. I'm going to make millions and millions. And then I'm going to say, guys, you said I could come back at any time. Can I? Give me 1 or 2 fights. I've been in Russia for 12 months now, just wrestling, or Brazil. My knee's okay. Give me a chance now. And if I go in and the chance fails, it fails. If I go in and win a title, I'll say on the mic, I've won the title. I'm the best in the world right now. See you later. Bon voyage.
and you feel this. You believe it.
I'm manifesting this. I do. I manifested a lot of things. I also manifested a lot of bad things inside the UFC. But I'm manifesting this now and I think about it every day.
When you return, do you think you'll fight as a 205er or 85er?
It could be 205. No one's seen me.
How big are you right now?
I'm fucking huge. I'm huge.
I love it. It's so good. Look at this. I saw you hitting the mitts there. You're freaking gigantic. And who are you training with over? And are you in Liverpool? Or are you with the same team?
I'm with Liverpool. No, I'm not with Team Carbon. Obviously,
what happened?
I have to go back to. No, I'm just like, as you said, sometimes it's time to move on, Ariel, innit? Like, not in any bad sense. Obviously, you know, Team Carbon for me, they produced, 11, 12 UFC fighters, the most in Europe. You know, Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight world champion now. Team Carbon, myself, Mike Grundy, Terry Etten, Paul Sass, Paul Kelly, Mark Scanlon, Andy Ogle, all these guys. But it was boxing. It's just trying to make a little change in my life, innit? Nothing, everything's fine, but I train out of the Rotunda with Joe Mack and Declan. And it's a great boxing gym. Liam Smith are there, Josh Taylor, Alan Smith, guys like that. So it's a real good gym. And, you know, you see me at Mitts, was I looking okay, or what do you think?
It looks like, you know, I box too. So I've been doing it for 2 years, like my first 4 months. It looks like my first 4 months on the mitts, you know, like. Why'd you make that face why'd you make that face when I said I box? Well, I'm not allowed to box.
Ariel, you couldn't fight sleep. Come on, mate.
Listen, I'm just trying to hit mitts. I'm not trying to fight anyone. I know my place.
Just relax. Like, I know my place with you. You know your place.
I'm not trying to fight you.
Did you see what I said to Bilal Muhammad if he was fighting in my backyard and I closed the curtains?
I saw the one time where you said you want to be nice to everyone, and then he said, you know, thank you, and then you said not you. That was a good one.
I don't know what it is. He just does my head in. He just pisses me off. But he's a nice guy. So you can't have him on the show, can you, because of Ali?
That's right. What a shame, right? God, I'm really missing out.
I don't
God.
know.
I'm going to get like 15 tweets now about this, about that one comment, that one interaction. Now you get me in trouble, Darren.
No, you say what you say. Obviously, Ali's got to be in his bonnet for you, and you've got to be in your bonnet for Ali. You do have a lot of beef here, I have to say.
I really don't. This is a misconception. You can name like, there's 3 beefs right now. Maybe 2.
Okay, who's the beefs?
Well, if you call them beefs, but they're not. The ones who have issues with me, on one hand, Dana, Ali, I don't even consider Patty. Patty and I will be friends one day, I think. Brendan, that's it. Well, who else? Think about the thousands upon thousands. Yeah, thousands upon thousands of fighters on the planet. And they all gladly come on. And people like to harp on these 1 or 2 beefs.
I think you defended me with Brendan, didn't you? Am I right?
I always defend you, even though you stabbed me in the back.
Oh, come on, Eric. Stop going on about that, man. It's over. I said sorry, even though you told the Block Attic guys that it was a shitty apology.
It was pretty shitty. Even you acknowledged it was a shitty apology.
It was. It was a proper shitty apology. I must have been drunk typing that apology.
It was long-winded. Yes, it was very long-winded. By the way, I saw you with Hamzat recently.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Why would you be with him if you're getting ready to box?
Because I was out in Dubai, seeing some friends, and lo and behold, it was his birthday, and you know, as the gentleman he is, he invited me to his birthday, seeing all his friends. It's good to reminisce. What a guy, man. I got so much respect for him. So he's fucking, what a guy.
What about John Fury? Did you see John Fury today?
What an idiot. What's up with him?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Listen, I don't have anything hate for him. You know, big fan of Tyson, close to Tyson, and you know, obviously I want to box Tommy one day, but John just needs, this is what pisses me off, right? When managers and trainers pipe up, like, you are not the fighters.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying John Fury is not a fighter, because he was, but just what are you doing head-putting people who are half your size and then cutting yourself?
Yeah.
Like, you cut yourself, man. And all that, just like screaming and hitting the glass. I'm not a fan of it, if I'm honest. If he was doing that in front of me, it'd take a lot for me to just not go, boom, slap. But then obviously you've got a big pride problem. Tyson comes at you in it, but it's like, I'm not a big fan of it all. I'm really not. And I can see that Tyson and Tommy aren't. I think they cringe a little bit.
Yeah, it's their dad, so they can only do so much. By the way, is Conor winning?
Against Chandler?
Yeah.
I fucking hope so, Ariel. Honestly, I'm going to pray the gods that Conor wins.
Why are you going to pray?
Because I just hope he's been... Listen, I'm not no one to talk. The guy's a multi-millionaire and he's been a 2-weight world champion. The only legit 2-weight world champion at the same time. But... Or is that wrong? Is that wrong?
He was the first. The first.
He done it the right way.
Yeah.
And everyone jumps on it now. I just hope he's been training and dedicating his life to the sport of MMA, and he's going to be... The problem with Conor is I just hope he doesn't gas. He's known for gassing out, and I think Chandler's going to be trained. Chandler already trains really hard. I think Chandler's going to be training harder than ever. And he's going to be coming with the smoke. Can Conor handle it?
We'll find out. More importantly,
is Conor,
will you handle what? 10 rounds, 8 rounds? What is it? 12 rounds? What are we thinking? 4 rounds? Don't tell me 3 rounds.
You'll see.
Okay. Well, when it gets announced,
I hope you're there.
Can you come back? I'd like to talk more about this. I'd like to be there. What do I block out on the diary? What date?
It'll go away, man.
Just do me a favor. Whenever this fight happens, please don't bottle it like Liverpool did this season, okay? I mean, you were right there and you freaking bottled it, all right?
I know, man. I know. I heard this a lot. I said before the game we lost, I said, I bet you any money Liverpool bottle it to a shitter team. And we did. Again, and Man City just always hold their own. And now it's just gone to shit as well with Klopp leaving this season.
Yeah.
It's just fucking shit. It's like, but he's been a great manager, but he's not going to get the I don't think he's going to get the credit he deserves now, because obviously he hasn't won a hell of a lot with us. Like, he's won a lot, but he's not going to get like the Pep Guardiola treatment. So I don't know. It's Nunes, innit? Darwin can't fucking finish a goal to save his life.
Well, never mind that, Darren. Despite you stabbing me in the back 2 years ago, I still love you.
Oh my God. Shut, man. Leave it. Leave it.
I'm very delighted to hear that you have news. I can't wait for the news, and please come back when the news is out so we don't have to do this dance. And
let me ask the guys if I can announce it on your show.
Okay, come on. Let's go. What's bigger than this? There's nothing. You want to get to the people? You come on here.
No. There's nothing. I have to say, the MMA Hour is my favorite thing to listen to. It is the best. So come on.
Love you, Darren. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
See you later.
Talk
to you soon. Thank you.
There he is, the great Darren Till. Lovely to catch up with him. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel. So please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.